Monsoon is here, and if you're trekking anywhere this season, then I'm listing down 8 essentials that you must have with you on your trek. You could be trekking in the Himalayas or in the Western Ghats, and a lot of these things I'm listing down might be very obvious to you, but some might make you stop and think, I didn't think of that. So let me get straight to the list. I'm Swathi from Indiahikes, and you're watching Trek with Swathi. The first on my list is the first and most obvious thing, and that is rainwear. Anytime on a trek it can rain, and if you're going in the Himalayas, then note it down that on a course of a 4 or 5 day trek, at least 1 or 2 days it is going to rain, especially in the second half of the day. So you need to have rainwear easily accessible in your backpack, where you just fish it out, put it on and carry on with your trek. Now over here, trekkers often ask me, should I carry a rain jacket or a poncho? What should I carry? This is an endless debate. A lot of people prefer poncho because of the ease of use. You just pull it out, put it on over your backpack, but a lot of people prefer a rain jacket and a rain pant because of the comfort when you're walking with it. So my suggestion is, if you're an occasional trekker, not trekking too regularly, and if you're going on a slightly easier trek, then a poncho will do, because a rain jacket and a pant is a bigger investment, usually quite expensive. On the other hand, we do have an in-between, something between a rain jacket and a poncho, which is available for rent to our trekkers. We have personally designed this knowing the ease of a poncho and a rain jacket. So it is a long rain jacket. It comes with the rain jacket movement of hand and everything, but it's long, comes to your knee and protects your pants as well. So this is definitely something you can go for. Next on my list is a rain cover for your backpack. Now when you're buying a new backpack, most backpacks come with this. You'll find it at the bottom part of the backpack. But if it doesn't, then you must definitely carry a rain cover for your bag, especially on a monsoon trek, whether Himalayan or a Western Ghats trek. If your backpack doesn't have it, again, this is also something that we rent on our store to our trekkers, so that's something you can opt for. Next on my list is something that you will not see coming, and that is waterproof socks. So many trekkers, we've been recommending waterproof socks for winter treks because they keep your feet warm and dry. Even over a 3-4 day trek, your feet will be dry and warm. And the same applies on a monsoon trek as well. So whether you're trekking to a Hamta Pass, Biaskund, Valley of Flowers, what is the most problematic thing is that it is raining, the trails are wet, your shoes, no matter how good they are, will get wet, your socks will get wet, and then your feet suffer because of wet socks and wet feet, wet shoes. So this is where a waterproof socks comes in, where it has one layer outside and a completely waterproof layer in the middle and a layer on the inside. So it's like a waterproof layer sandwiched between 2 layers. So the outer layer may get wet because it's in your shoe, and your shoes get wet, outer layer gets wet, but the inner layer is completely dry and your feet will be completely dry. So as long as you're taking off the socks carefully and wringing it, removing all the excess water, you are going to have dry and warm feet for 3-4 days of your trek easily. And this is a huge blessing, especially in the Himalayas where it's cold and you really don't want to have wet feet. So this is where waterproof socks are a blessing. Of course, we don't have these available for rent because they are very personal and hygiene matters. So if you want to have waterproof socks, and if you want to have warm and dry feet on your trek, then I would highly recommend buying one for your trek. Next on my list is another essential for a monsoon trek, especially in the Himalayas, and that is waterproof gloves. Frankly, I don't step out on any Himalayan trek any time of the year, even peak summer, without waterproof gloves, because one rain or one wind and it gets extremely cold and your extremities are the first to suffer. So on a Himalayan trek, especially like Hamta Pass, Valley of Flowers, Pindhaba, you're climbing to high altitudes above 12, 13, 14,000 feet, even 16,000 feet. Over here, if it's raining, you can assume that it's going to be bitterly cold and your fingers, hands need protection. So this is where waterproof gloves come into the picture. This is definitely a must-have for any kind of monsoon trek or summer or winter trek. Next on my list is something that is very intuitive, but not many people carry it because they think it might weigh their bags down, but it's worth the wait, and that is a pair of additional footwear Ideally clogs. So clogs are like Crocs. Crocs is the brand name of a kind of clog, but clogs are these waterproof kind of footwear where you have a strap on to secure it to your foot. Now these, you can also carry sandals, so that is also something that we recommend. Basically an additional footwear which is largely waterproof. Now what is the reason I'm recommending this? Two reasons. First is, at your campsite you can use these very easily. It's very easy to get in and out of them, and your shoes also will require some time to dry out. So you can actually stuff some newspaper in your shoe, leave it in the balcony of your tent, and the rest of the day you can roam around in the campsite or around with your clogs. Second thing is, in case of river crossings, there are lots of river crossings, or you have to jump and hop on streams. So in these cases, these clogs come to use, because ideally you don't want to be barefoot in them, because you don't know what is at the bottom of the river. There could be rocks, there could be sharp stones, and even one small cut or a gash can actually hamper your trek quite a bit. So we recommend having an additional pair of slippers, especially if you know that there are going to be river crossings on your trek. Next on my list is something not many trekkers use, but a lot of photographers and videographers use this, but it's a beautiful innovation for trekkers as well, and that is a dry sack to keep all your things. Now what is a dry sack? It is basically a waterproof sack in which you keep all your things, and that sack goes into your backpack. Why do you need this? Now, no matter how much protection you have on your backpack, even with a rain cover, if you're trekking for around 6-7 hours in the rain, the stuff in your backpack is going to get wet, or parts of your backpack are going to get wet, and that water can seep into the inside part of your bag. So here is where a dry sack is an additional layer of waterproofing inside your backpack, so it will keep all your essentials dry. And on a trek, when your backpack has your most important things like your warm layers, you want them to be dry. So a dry sack is definitely something you must carry with you on a monsoon trek in the Himalayas. On the other hand, dry sacks are quite expensive. When I was just browsing the internet, I saw quite high prices which I myself wouldn't pay. So this is why we've introduced dry sacks on rent on our store, which is these high quality dry sacks but available at a very affordable price. On the other hand, if that's something you don't want to do, you can use plastic bags. You will have lots of old plastic bags at home. Compartmentalize your things in old plastic bags. Keep them in as one layer of waterproofing. It's a jugaad way, but it works. You've done it for a lot of years. So you can keep that in your backpack, keep all your things secure in your backpack, and then go ahead and trek in the monsoon. My next essential for a monsoon trek is very counterintuitive, and that is a sun cap. Now you'll wonder why I'm recommending a sun cap for a monsoon trek where it's likely to be cloudy. There's a very good reason for this. When you're wearing a poncho or a rain jacket, you're wearing a hood, right? When it rains, the hood kind of starts dripping water on your face, and the visibility is quite marred. You do not have clear visibility. So when you wear a sun cap, the hood of the cap kind of takes all the water and moves it away from your face. So your visibility is clear and you can look down easily and walk without water coming on your face. This works beautifully even if it's a hailstorm, when there are big icy rocks falling, it will keep it from falling on your face, and that hood will protect you. So a sun cap, of course you must carry it on all seasons, but in monsoon this is a very good use of it, which not many trekkers think of. The final essential I'm going to recommend is anti-leech socks. This is beautiful for those who want to trek in the Western Ghats or anywhere where you think there'll be leeches, but you're really scared or worried that you're going to have leeches all over you. These anti-leech socks are what you wear over your pants. You tuck your pants into them and then you wear your shoes. So they are a waterproof layer which do not allow leeches to access your leg from any point. So your legs are absolutely safe from leeches if you're just going to be using these. So those are the 8 essentials that you must have on a monsoon trek, whether you're trekking in the Himalayas or in the Western Ghats. This is something all of us carry with us in our backpacks to have a safe, to have a comfortable trek where we can actually experience the outdoors and love trekking in the monsoon instead of coming back hating it. So I hope this helps you plan and prepare well for your monsoon trek. If you have any questions, all you have to do is reach out to us. I know that a lot of people require personal personal guidance, especially while planning a monsoon trek. So we have a team of trek advisors who will talk to you and help you out. All you have to do is fill the form that's in the description below and take an appointment with them so that we can give you a call, and then we'll take it further from there. But that's all from me today. We have a lot of other videos on trekking tips. I hope you get a chance to see that on our channel. And for our future videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. You will get an automatic notification of our next video. We'll be back with more soon. I'm Swathi from Indiahikes, and you're watching Trek with Swathi.